see how this goes. Okay, let me read what Courage just told me. Just sent you a message with a picture. I just received the Coro Vintage Cross that I just revived the Coro Vintage Cross that I gifted you. It looks fabulous. Oh, I can't wait to get it. Thank you so much. Appreciate it, Curry. All right, let's see who else in here tonight. Thank y'all for coming. Hey, Maria, how are you? Good to see you. And I hope that y'all are gonna. Hey, uh, my sweet Flip and Desiree. Haven't seen you in a while. I'm in the dark here. There we go. If I put this light down, the daylight from that window will give us a little bit of light. But we're doing a glow in the dark. So let's just get started. I want to do a serious auction tonight. And hey, good, great, fabulous. Thank you for coming. Good, great, fabulous. I'm good, great, fabulous. Well, we're nice to meet you. I'm Pack Rat Queen, and happy to have you in here. All right, well, let's get going. Let me flip to the first thing on my to move to the stage, and let me pull it. It's going to be this headband that it's really just the white in the headband that is picking up the black light. It hasn't got uranium in it, so you wouldn't be wearing uranium in your on your head. But this, hang on just a second. All right, I'm going to do this. Scare everybody, but you've got to be able to see what you're buying. It is a cloth covered embroidery with sequins. There's sequins on there somewhere. Those are little red sequins running through there. There's some gold sequins. Anyway, I've got this sweet little headband that I have enjoyed wearing, uh, and now it's time to pass it on. It's great, be great for Christmas coming up. That's at $7. Priced good, and it's comfortable, fits easy. So anybody want a little bit of glam, especially for the holidays? There we go. Maria says I like it. Maria, you'll have to take a picture of it with it on and show everybody. I bet you'd be cute as a button. All right. Well, Maria has won that. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you. And you broke the ice for me. So that's good. Okay. Y'all, I'm just so disappointed that I am so stupid that I planned this thing and scheduled it for 5:30, and it doesn't even get dark until after 8 here. And so my beautiful natural light window that I normally really enjoy, I could not get the draperies. I got one side, but that side stuck, and I could short of jerking it off the wall. I could not get it to move over. So I thought, well, chalk it up to what will be. Que sera, sera, right? Okay. Let's go to the second thing. But we can still enjoy the glow. Let's go to the second thing, and there's a pre-bid on this one. This is this little pin, and it's right there. It's by Bauer. Okay, and it's got that one line hang on, turn this back on. Can probably do this all night long. Um, it's got that one line of green uranium glass on it, but this is a sweet little pen that is quite vintage. It's it came out years ago. Oh, that pen goes on my bust. It came out years and years ago. This is old, and of course, the beautiful colors. And those are the colors of the spectrum that we've been studying. So let's start the auction. And I think we've got a pre-bid on this already. And I thank you for that. Um, My Life by Julia. Oh, awesome. This is a substantial made pen. It's well made, well soldered, and look at the gems. Wow. And let's see the black light on it again. Well, it'd help if I turn the lights off. There we go. It's got that one line of uranium glass in it. Isn't that strange? All right, this is ended, and this is going to Julia. Thank you, Julia. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, I'll put that right there. And the next thing on this bust over here is not for sale, y'all, because I've just gotten this in from my dealer over in England, and I haven't been able to process it yet. But it's either lead crystal. Well, I know it's check glass, and I know that it's Art Deco, period. And but it's got another color of clear crystals up here, but all of these have are uranium. Aren't they spectacular? Is that not the most incredible green light? So once I get that processed, I can bring it back to auction if I don't keep it in my collection. All right. So the next thing on my stage are some cute little earrings, and they're right here. They're right here. And these are some of my boho earrings from my hippie days, which y'all, I'm 74. So when I was a hippie in my late, that would have been in the late 60s, early 70s, I was an artist and wore boho clothes, and I loved this kind of little. These are natural stones. Some of them are dyed, but one of them is fluorescent. So that's kind of cool. Okay, let's see if anybody's interested in these cute little things. I think they're just $3, but they're on a nice hook and they're in great shape. And if you like natural stones and go to a party that's where they got black lights, what does it say? I love how all the pieces glow in the dark, but who knows when you wear them that they glow in the dark? Do people go around in black lights to see if they glow? I love the jewelry. Just that's a good question, and so I'm going to answer you by telling you this. You got two options. Number one, wear them when you go to a party that's advertised for black lights. Do people still do that? It used to be that the disco halls and stuff were black lights, or people would have black lights. Now Halloween's coming up, so you might find you a party then. But you could always carry around one of these little pocket black lights, and when you meet up with somebody in a dark alley, you could shine your light on your earrings and say, "Don't mess with me." Oh, I'm glowing uranium. I'm radioactive. These are in my bite now, and if y'all buy them out, Rachel, I think bought my last one. I think I've loaded up at least another one, but I've got more. So you can message me and say, "Hey, stick another couple of more in your bite now." I think I've got them for $10. And what's good about it is it's not a little pin light. It's got a pretty wide lamp on it. It takes three of those little small AAA batteries, but you can see it works great, and it fits in your pocketbook. So I use a big torch here at my desk. Oof. So uh, so did I answer your question? Who was that asked that question? It was a good question. Unique around the corner. All right. Hey, me. Thank you for such an interesting question. I hope you'll go in my buy it now and buy that little pocket size UV light and then come back into the buy it now because I don't think anybody bought this, did they? No. And you can buy these earrings tonight. Oh, y'all. Okay. Hey, Rachel. Listen, I'm packing yours up tomorrow and I'm giving you an extra one, so you'll get two in the mail because I know you got more than one child. You said your child stole yours, so they're liable to steal another one. I don't want you to be without your little pocket UV light, so I'm sending you an extra. Okay, let me see who else talking to me. Mary. Okay, hang on just a second. Mary Hart, doth good like medicine. That's a scripture. Good. Yay. I believe in that. Oh, y'all telling me I'm funny. Thank you. I don't know if y'all been on our Facebook page for Lilyworks resell Lilyworks. Oh, what's the name of it? It's our main Facebook page, community, Lilyworks community. I can't think of the name. Anyway, I just posted a reel that says, don't you wish folks would have a trailer that you could watch before you get to know them too good so you'll know what you're getting into. Y'all gonna think I'm narcissistic, but I did a trailer on myself because I grew up with a mama and a daddy, but mostly my daddy, that went around making the funniest faces all the time. And then mother would make one back, and most of our scrapbooks full of daddy making these straight, and nobody, we have no serious family photos because my little sister picked up the habit too, and I'm afraid I've inherited it from my late parents that have passed on. So anyway, that trailer I produced on Facebook is full of really stupid stuff, but that's what you get with Pack Rat Queen. Okay, the next thing that I'm going to pull to the stage is this right here. And let me put a light on it. Lord help. What was that? Okay, look, boom, boom. All right, these are yellow green, which is, somebody tell me, yellow green is a what kind of color? It's not primary, it's not secondary, it's tertiary. Uh, Large green oval glass. These are just glass. Apparently have uranium in them. And it's only a silver tone, but I'm Swanee. I tested this more than once because I thought surely that's sterling. It's clip on. But these are, well, let me put the real light on so you can actually see them. Here we go. There they are. They're in a really pretty setting, but there's my thumb so you can see what size they are. Let's start the auction on that. I've got them at a, you might think a bit of a hefty price, but I paid a good price. They are spectacular. Getting that uranium glass, not that you not that you go around with one of these to show off how you glow, but the uranium really does put that yellow green color. You just can't get it any other way. The glass makers realize that. So when they mix the chemicals to make that glass, uh, so anyway, did somebody bid on these? Oh, did Flippin' Des, did you bid on those? Bless your heart. Well, I can see you wearing these. Oh, girl, y'all don't know. Uh, Flippin' Des, uh, she's a beauty queen. She is sings. She's a performer. She is the most beautiful thing you have ever seen. Married to the most beautiful guy, and they're a beautiful couple. And I've adopted her as my daughter. I love Desiree. So you're gonna look great in that. Did you win it? Oh, yay! All right, I'll get that right out to you, Miss Miss Pretty. You're gonna be beautiful in it. All right, let's see what else is. Okay, the next one I need to kind of get a little closer to. Let me turn my light out. Whoops. Did y'all see this tray? We're going to get into this tray in a little bit. Look at all that gorgeous stuff. Oh, goodness. All right, I'm going to pull this bust a little closer. And right there, that this top two-stranded necklace that is glowing white, it's because it's got off-white beads. And let's look at it in the regular light, but in anything white's going to glow, so it's not glowing like uranium like this. But let's turn the regular light on. All right, and pull it up a little closer. And let me just take it off so you can see it. Come on. Don't jerk everything with it. This is a little two-strand. These are glass beads. These, I think, are acrylic, but they've got this rose motif. And then there's some odd-shaped that may be natural stone, but these are glass, little gold spacers. You can see it's one of these that clips. This is vintage. It's got a pretty good extender on it because it's short. Look down there. I think I said how long it was in the description. But what's really cool is there are all these AB coated different color stones that are accent stones, and even smaller ones that are accent. See that? So it's well constructed, and I'm surprised there's not a name on it, but there's not. What have I got on it? I've just got $12 on this. This I think is really sweet, and it's an unusual color. The little rose motif I think is unusual, and look at those AB stone crystals. Isn't that gorgeous? Miss Queen, I brought you light. Yay! Well, if anybody else wants one, just shoot me a message and I'll put one in the bite now, and what I'll put on it is reserved for, and whatever your name is, and you can get in there whenever you get it. Everybody, people will leave it alone if they see your name on it. What's Desiree say? Oh, I love you. Look at there. Now, isn't that how a daughter should talk to her mama? To her granny. I'm not her mama, I'm her granny. Granny Bush. All right, anybody? Okay, we passing on that one. That's okay. All right, let me hook her back up and put her back up. Well, no, I'll just lay it right there. Okay, the next one is going to be that right there. Let's take a look at it under the light. Look at that. Look at that pink. I don't think I have ever seen pink fluorescent. Now, I've seen like the cadmium and the uranium, but how did they get a pink glass? Because that's what that is, and it actually looks a little orange. Remember how we learned that colors reflected light, and whereas this is looking pink, what's happening is the camera, the phone, is trying to adjust for color. Okay. But what I'm seeing is looks like orange sherbet. I kid you not. It looks like orange sherbet. So it must have a bit of cadmium in it. Okay, well, let's look at it in the natural light. And let me pull it to stage. Are y'all having fun? Are these not the most unique necklaces? Hey there. Hey. Now, see, it's still correcting for color. Although now, okay, look, what we're looking at now is this necklace under daylight, which is my lamp that's overhead. Under daylight, the glass is receiving the light waves. It's reflecting back red, but only partially. All right, red, but only partially. It's absorbing all the others, but the partial part makes it look more like a pink. But when this light was off of it, anyway, at some point it looked like orange sherbet. That's really strange. But anyway, it's got clear accents, and it's interesting necklace. I love it. It's magnetic. It's so easy to put on. All right, let's start this. Anybody interested in this? And it's 19 inches, so it's a good length. And how many times do you find a pink glass bead I think it's unusual. So, anybody counting down? It's counting down. All right. Okay. We'll put that down. All right. The next one is that True Pink. Lights off. This one's got cadmium in it. These glass beads here have got cadmium in it, and that's what's making it fluoresce. Let's get up close because I want you to see these other glass art beads. Now, I can't tell you that these are Murano or even Czech. They could be Asian. You know, the Japanese were got real clever when the Czech folks and the Italians and the Czechoslovakians started making all this art glass. The Japanese caught on to the technology and they really did produce some beautiful glass. So that's another place where your glass can come from. But do you see that? Isn't that interesting? Okay, so and there's a little when we turn the natural light back on. I don't know if you can see. I'll pull it a little bit closer, but there's caps. Kind of it's a gold cap that's on each one of those stones. Now, in natural light, they're red, faceted red, and the ones that had so much cadmium in it come across as pink. Isn't that wild? All right, so did I pull that to stage? No, I didn't. Sorry. This is start auction on that one. This two strand. Yeah, everything I said in the description is good. Any interest in this necklace? Let me show you the clasp real quick. It's just a standard one of these. You know, it is vintage, so that's you see these kind of things. So it's got a nice little extension. So it's got the capacity to have a good length. Oops, sorry. Okay. All right, no interest in that. Okay. This one that's below it that is so spectacular is another piece that I just got in not too long ago from my dealer in England, and I haven't processed it. But boy, these things are heavy and cold, and I know it's Czech glass, and I know it's from the Art Deco period, but I haven't totally acce- um, assessed yet what kind of glass it is. You know, there's lead crystal, and there's just crystal. And then, like the Austrian crystals, like Swarovski used, but then there's lead crystal. How many of you know when y'all are buying serving pieces or decorative clear vases and compotes and stuff? There's a difference between cut glass and crystal, and then lead crystal. And the lead crystal is always the most expensive. And then you've got just glass, and then you've got plastic. Okay, but one day I'm going to do a little show on all of that. And I tell you, I'm not at all an expert on it, but let me tell you what I did myself that to help myself, and it might, I believe it to help you. I ordered from a bead company specifically rock crystal beads, and I ordered crystal beads, and I ordered, Czech beads, Bohemian, Czech and Bohemian. I ordered Japanese crystal. I ordered just regular glass, and so I've got all these different kind of beads from the company, so I know for sure they are what they are. Okay, and clear crystal, like pools of light. That's clear crystal. And iris glass. There's all sorts of glass, and I can't for the life of me remember what's what. And when I've got them in front of me, it's I mean I never know with certainty that it is what I'm saying it is. So this all these beads, I'm going to string a few, and I'm making a chart, a card that they'll hang, and they'll be labeled, and you can feel them and look at them and touch them, okay, and kind of begin to teach yourself about these different types of class. When I get that done, I'll show it to y'all, and if you like it and think it's helpful, I'll make some and put them up for sale. And they'll be hardly nothing. I mean, you can buy, a whole bag of a whole string of beads, glass beads, stones, or whatever. Do y'all think that's a good idea? Would you like to see something like that? I feel like I'm at a skating party. Amy, hey, good to see you in here. Thank you. And Fleur de Montagne just joined. Hannah, did you just hear my idea of what I was going to do with beads? Did you hear that? I, I may want to message you, and get up with you and let you help me with that little project, or confirm for me what I'm doing. And I came in right at the end of it. Well, I won't go through it again, but you'll see it when I finish it. This little teaching thing that I'm going to put together, that it will teach us how to tell rock crystal, uh, lead crystal, just regular crystal like Swarovski used, Czech, Bohemian, and then the Japanese, and then just regular glass beads, and so that do a sample thing so you can tell by feeling and looking at, and sort of begin to confirm. You think that's a good idea? I do too. Thank you. Thank you. So now got me a project to do. All right, let's push that away, and I can rerun anything as that you might like. Okay, the next thing is uh, something really quite spectacular, and there it is right there. And if y'all need to, I can't get it up any higher. Hang on. There we go. I'm trying to get it up over the chat. Y'all know you can brush your screen to the right, and it will remove the chat out of the way so that you can see an object better. Is Rachel still in here? I don't know if she's still in here or not, but hey, Tony, welcome in. Rachel wanted me to rerun the pink one. Oh, did she? Thank you, Curry. Rachel, are you still in here? Confirm to me, yes or no. Look up. Okay, I'm looking up. Is there something on my ceiling I'm supposed to see? Oh, you mean look up on the chat? I was looking up on my ceiling. I said, "What's Curry telling me to look up?" Okay, Rachel just said yes. You want me to rerun which one? The pink one? Wait a minute, let me see. She wants me to rerun the pink one. Okay, I will. Let me pull it off and I'll set it down here. Let's finish talking about this. The reason why I said your name is yesterday or sometime I said something about that I had this tree, or all dolled up with uranium Czech crystal, and I kept trying to say the name of it, and you thought I was trying to say Boucher, but it is. I kept saying Bougie, but it's not Bougie. It's uh, look down there at the bottom. Bijou. See the description down at the bottom? Bijou MG. And it is Czech glass. It is vintage. And this particular one is 8.25 inches high. They do make shorter ones that are like 3.5. And the shorter ones go for around $75 to $80. And these taller ones go up to about 150. Excuse me, and I have priced mine at 125 because that's about what I've got in it. Let's look at it under natural light. Even in natural light, it's pretty spectacular. These would be awesome to have sitting around at Christmas time, especially as jewelry resellers. And I've got another one that's blue stones, that I can sell for 100. If you're interested, message me. I'll show you a picture of it, and if you like it, I'll we can do a deal. But look at the back. It is well constructed. That's all soldered. And there's one little place that I don't know that it ever was soldered solid, but it doesn't seem it's not affecting anything. That it seems to be a little loose. But the name is right there, Bijou MG. And you can look these up. Uh, yeah, I need to learn how to solder too. I actually know how to solder. I in art school I did 3D sculptures out of metal, but and wore the helmet and the whole bit. I mean, serious soldering. But I used to also in my studio make stained glass windows, and as you can see, and so I've actually still got my soldering gun and all that equipment stored up, but I just haven't put my hand to anything like that. But it'd be cool to repair jewelry if you knew how to solder. But is that not beautiful? Look at this. I'm telling you what. You can understand why I was calling it bougie. It's bougie, but it's bijou. All right, let's start the auction. No way stained glass. Yeah. Listen, when you've lived as long as I have, there's not much I haven't done art wise. And as an art teacher, we had to kind of know how to do it all. So pottery, drawing and painting, sculpture, weaving, you name it, I have done it. Uh, Photography. My favorite area while y'all looking at this was photography was one of my first loves, still is. And then video production. I used to teach at least one unit on video production in my college classes instead of doing a usual book report, term paper on the life of an artist. I had them work together in a team of 5 or 6 and produce about a 10-minute video. And we're still looking at this. I know it's ended. Um, Let me leave it here because I want to ask you a question. But anyway, that was the favorite project of the year, those 10-minute videos, and they got pretty sophisticated with those videos. I should show some of them sometime. It blew my mind that college age kids were able. They would travel to get certain sets. Like one group went all the way down to Savannah to show the ships coming in. It was part of their 10-minute video on the life of an artist. So, anyway, I'm going down memory lane, doing a squirrel. I was telling you I enjoyed photography and video. All right, this right here. All right, I had this priced at 125. Uh, you're not gonna hurt my feelings at all. Um, but if I were to lower this, say to 100, just give me a thumbs up if anybody would be interested, just so I'll know. If I take a loss on it, it's okay. Uh, but I just kind of need to know this platform. If not, I'm going to throw it up on eBay after Christmas is over because I'm planning on using it this year if it doesn't sell. Anybody want to respond to that question? If it was lowered to 100, would you be willing to pay 100 for it? Okay. All right. I'm going to move on then. If you research what they sell for, yeah, I may be right on the edge of it being you having any room to resell it yourself. So unless you just want to use it for your own self. All right. Ooh, my hand was cramping up. Okay, let's put that back and rerun this pink thing. Get it, get it loose. Okay, are you still here, Rachel? Are you still here, Rachel? Let's see. I have to find it. Let's do it real quick because I know everybody's waiting. But let's try and get this to Miss Rachel if she wants it. Restart auction. Okay. Rachel, are you here? Yeah, okay. Oh, man. Holding that thing, my hand has cramped. Okay, there we go. It's running. Oh, wait a minute. Sorry. Wait. Come on, pay 125 for this baby. I'm sorry. Okay, let's try it again. Oh, goodness gracious. There. All right. Do you have to move it to stage? All right, I'm going to move it to stage and start auction. There we go. Okay, Rachel. There it is. I just don't understand why you just wouldn't jump on paying 125 for that. It is a gorgeous color of pink. Look at it under the black light. It turns like this orangey sherbet color. So it's got some cadmium in it. All right, that has ended. And set this aside for Miss Rachel. Oof, my hand is still cramping up. Stop, stop. All right, the next thing is, let's see what's the next thing. Oh, all right. The next thing is, turn the light off because you got to see this under the black light. This is a ruby. It's probably a simulated ruby, sorry, but it is in sterling setting. I'll turn the big light on just a second with marcasites, but just take a good look at that. At that. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's look at it under the real light. All right, so it's an oval cut, and it's in sterling setting. It's sterling. It's in sterling. You can see it's a size 6.5. I have tested it, and it's one of your favorites. Oh wow! Well, I've got three of them to show you, but this one fits me perfectly. But there's marcasites all around it, and it was sold to me as a period piece, as Edwardian. Now I can't confirm that, but the dealer I work with, I trust her. So this has got a bit of a price on it because it's not only a pretty good sized ruby, but all those marcasets and the very unusual setting. Can you see it? It's just really spectacular. So it's got marks in it. It's got 925 for sure. There's the undercarriage. Is that not beautiful? All right. If this is truly Edwardian, then that's really an antique, not vintage. Okay, that has ended. All right, let me show you. I've got a couple more. Turn the light out so you can see them in the glow first. All right, this is a square cut. Why isn't that focusing? Come on, focus. Is it my eyes or is it the camera? Oh, I bet it's wanting to focus on the stuff behind it, which I can't. Let's see if I can. All right, there we go. See the glow? All right, let's turn the lights on and show it up close. This could be a man's ring, except that it is, let me pull it to stage. It's such a small size. Look down there, it's a 4.5, and it fits my pinky. That's why I bought it. Fits my pinky beautifully. So I'll start the auction on that. Again, this is 925 tested sterling, which the price is reflecting the fact that it's both sterling and pretty nice size emerald cut ruby. And the stones have all been tested too. Let me show you the undercarriage. Probably could use a little cleaning. It is stamped 925, but it looks a little Art Deco to me. What y'all think? Especially from that direction. All right, that's ended. Okay, the next one is a little cheaper. Let's look at it under the glow. Wow. Sorry, the camera is wanting to focus on everything in the back. Look at that. Wow. That is a knockout glow. Wow. All right, let's turn the lights on and pull this one up to stage. This is just a little cheaper. It's a size 5 3/4. It doesn't fit me at all. But it is $40 because it's not only just sterling, but it's got that spectacular oval shaped ruby. And all of these on the side, there's three on each side, those are clear spinel. Do you know many of the rubies are actually spinels? I mean, people think they're rubies. Uh, the most famous ruby that they thought was a ruby was the one that's on the coronation crown there in England, the king's crown. Now, only the one out of India, that huge ruby that was so famous, only to discover it was actually a spinel. It's still spectacular, but this is a ruby with clear spinels. And sorry, I'm starting the auction. Sorry. Anyone interested in this? It's got a sweet little setting. It sits up high. Nice solitaire. Well, it's not a solitaire because it's on the shoulders. Have got these other stones. Okay. You have one like it. Oh, cool. Cool, cool, cool. That one's your favorite. Can you run the headband next, my life, Julia? The headband is, you're talking about, is this? Is that what you're talking? No, somebody bought that already, didn't they? You talking about the headband that's around my head, Julia? All right, that's ended. All right, before we uh, move on, me, who is me? I mean, Maria, you're saying me, the beige one. Okay, I will do that. Hang on just a second. Maria, how come you're telling me me? Before we get off the rings, while she's answering me, look at this. Look at that. This is Edwardian. This is definitely Edwardian. And it is just glass, but it's Czech uranium. And I got this from a dealer in England. Isn't that gorgeous? And it's not for sale. It's my ring, but isn't it gorgeous? Okay, let's see what Maria says. I brought the reed. Oh, yes, Maria. Yes, yes, yes. I'm not going to get confused. Okay, Julia wants the headband I've got on, and I will accommodate her. All right. That's at the very end, I think. Very end. Move it to stage. And let's let you look at it in the natural light. It is just a woven, and it's a stretchy headband, and you could use it like a regular headband. I used it like a, what do you call it when you put it on your forehead? But all of these are reflective. the paint has got radioactive. It's not radioactive. I shouldn't say that. It'll fluoresce. Let's put it that way. I don't want you to be scared about wearing it. It's not radioactive. You're ruining a bracelet. My life. You're ruining a bracelet. My life, Julia. I know you're running a bracelet. Oh, that's the second time that has happened. So sorry. Let's let it end. It's ended. Well, I hit that. Wait a minute. Thought I thought I hit the right one. All right. This has got to be it. Glad y'all are staying on top of what I'm doing. Okay. It is running. Thank you, Julia. Julie, I thought you said I was running a bracelet, and I was sitting there going, what is she? I'm running a bracelet. What is she talking about?" Okay, sweetheart, are you wanting to buy that? It was just $2, and she did buy it. Bless you, Julia. Thank you. I need to stick you a gift in with that just for being so sweet. Uh, Granny Bush remembered to stick a gift in to Julia. Okay, we'll set that aside. Okay, let's get back. Oh, the next thing. Oh. I'm kind of running in an order here that's gotten out of order since I have pulled up the wrong items. But the next thing is a mineral specimen, if I can find it, that y'all might find interesting. Um, it is a mineral specimen of uh, I never can remember how to pronounce it. Um, uh, uh, Shatakite. There we go. Shatakite with azurite. And this is not showing. Y'all, if you could see it from my end, you could see where it is fluorescing. You can see a little bit of glint right in there. Oh my goodness, it normally will fluoresce like crazy. Let me turn the regular light on. All right, see all of that green and the blue stuff. The blue stuff is the shadakite, and it is a copper based mineral, and you can tell. Copper will when it starts to age, rust, whatever. It'll get that blue patina. And then the azurite is this amazing green stuff here. And it is on quartz. The host rock is quartz, and there's more of it. Uh, Azurite, and then the blue stuff is the shadakite. So this, and normally, I don't know why. I think my camera is adjusting for the light, but this blue right here really has a glow. It's going totally dark, but it is. I can see it. It's fluorescent. So anyway, let me run this. This is $20 for a pretty good sized specimen. That's quite interesting. You got two minerals on quartz, and of course you can get jewelry. That's made out of azurite. Usually comes with coupled with malachite. I don't know that I've ever. Yeah, I think I've seen some jewelry that is shadakite. Not very often. All right, but anybody interested in having a mineral specimen? And by the way, how many of you saw my collections chat that's been months ago where I showed my mineral specimen and then a piece of jewelry made out of the mineral? We've been doing a lot on natural stones lately, And that to me was interesting to see what the jewelry, the raw material was that made the jewelry. Would y'all be interested in seeing something like that again sometime? If so, I'll schedule a show where I do that. Um, Again, okay, I'm seeing some yeses. All right, great. Okay, let me back up here. Just look. Okay, gonna have to check some of these purchases a little bit. Okay, so nobody bought that one. All right, let's move on. All right, I'm gonna move this bust up next. Ta-da! Is that not spectacular? Look at that. I'm telling you what. That is freaky stuff right there. Freaky stuff. And the freakiest piece, I wish I could see it from not without the camera. The camera is not doing that justice. Y'all cannot believe what I'm seeing is a blue to white. It's almost white, but it's tinged with blue. And that is a Liz Claiborne, and that's what I'm going to put up next. I've shown it to you a couple of times, and it was not for sale. So now I'm going to sell it. It is probably the most spectacular piece that I've got in here tonight. Let me turn the regular light on and bring it down here to show you and pull it to stage. It's Liz Claiborne, so it is signed even in just the regular light. All right, what kind of color is that? It's yellow green. It's not a primary, it's not a secondary, it's a tertiary. And look at the little accent crystals. Those are a dark green. So the color scheme is that it's monochromatic. It's different shades of one color, green. There's the back, and right in there, you're not going to be able to see it, but it's the very distinctive LC mark for Liz Claiborne. It's got a nice rhodium finish on the back, well made, feels substantial in your hand. I'm going to start the auction. This is a great piece here. Uh, Liz Claiborne has probably passed it. It stated that, everybody used to buy Liz Claiborne pocketbooks and shoes and stuff. But this is a vintage brooch. Isn't that gorgeous? I just think it does look. Chalcedony, yeah. Did I pronounce that right? Chalcedony. Chalcedony. There we go. It does sort of look like Chalcedony. Look at the yellow. Yellow green. Look at the yellow in it when you turn it. Y'all, I just think this thing is gorgeous. I can't believe somebody didn't buy that. And I'm fine that you didn't. I don't mind keeping that in my collection. I've got a few other Liz Claiborne pieces, but that is one spectacular brooch. Okay, the next one I'm going to put up is that one right there, and this is unsigned. Unsigned, just it's in the natural, and you can see it's a blue and green crystal, and there's all this gold tone. But look at, oh, Purge, baby. Where have you been, girl? Hey, we're doing an art in the dark. We're doing a glow in the dark show tonight. I am so glad to see you, Annette. Oh man, I have missed you. Uh, Sandy, you had to sit on your hands for that one. Oh, well, since you said that, let me just tell you. It's in my bite now. All these are in the bite now. Make me an offer. I'll consider offers on any of this stuff. I mean, I can say yes, but I can say no too. But, make me an offer. And so think about that. All right. So we're looking at this one right here, and as you can see, it does glow. So it's got uranium in it. Let's look at the back. As I said, it's unmarked, but it's got a great coating on the back. No sign of wear. Uh, it's in great condition and substantial piece. All of that type of wire right in there reminds me of Hobey. I wouldn't be surprised to find out this is I'm not going to say that. It's unsigned. Okay. All right. Start auction. Sitting here staring at it. Hey, I'm just so glad you're here too. Oh, look at her. She jumped right on that. When I first started doing lives, uh, Purge used to come into my shows, and I used to tease her that because she it seemed to just like a lot of my stuff, and she was making purchases, and so I used to tease her by saying, "Oh, here's Purge, man. Purge will live up to her name. She will purge your inventory." I think you were building inventory at the time. Have you started doing shows yet? Tell us if you've started doing live shows yourself or reselling on any platform. It it's Annette, right? Aren't you Annette? Sorry, Granny Bush's brain doesn't remember names as well. Are you reselling anywhere yet? If so, write down there where you're selling so we can find you. Not yet. Still try. Oh, I forgot. Oh my gosh. Y'all need to pray for our friend Purge Baby. Uh, I can't remember what happened, but I know you've had some um, difficulties. But look, you should be sure and let me know when you start, if you do start reselling, or even if you just listing on eBay. Be sure and let me know. Knee replacement. That's right. I knew it was something. All right. Well, you get well, and this is coming to you hopefully next week. Okay. I'm gonna hold you to it. Gonna hold you to it to let me know where and when. Okay, the next one, moving on here, is a Weiss. This is a beautiful Weiss brooch. It's lovely for, I'd say the spring especially, because let's look at it without the glow, pulled up under the light a little better. See all those green? Now, this is monochromatic color scheme. It's different shades and tints of the color green. And of course, being a Weiss, it is and really well made. Let me move that to the stage so you can see. Now I'm asking 48 for it, but Sign Weiss will. There we go, right there. I think there's probably there should be some wiggle room on this to be if you want to try and resell it. Or if it doesn't sell here, I'll go ahead and start the auction. If it doesn't sell here tonight, uh, like I said, it's going to be in the bite now, and you can always make an offer. But I have to really consider because I love my Weiss collection, and I brought this out because it was such a good example of a glower, and it won't hurt my feelings at all if this doesn't sell. All right, 2 more seconds. How many of y'all like to buy Weiss? Yes, Annette, we hope so too. Anybody else like Weiss? How many of you know whoops, there is not a book out there that is totally dedicated that I know of to Weiss, like there are for Coro and Trifari and Miriam Haskell and the Julianas and you name them. Okay, there's like the Napier book. Has anybody seen the brand new Napier book? The author, and I can't think of her name, is I know her. That book is that thick. She gets the award for writing the thickest book, but the photographs are absolutely gorgeous. If you like Napier, and maybe you hadn't thought about collecting Napier, but it is collectible. And she has, Melinda, I can't think of her last name, has written a beautiful book, but it's heavy. But there's not one on Weiss, and somebody ought to do it. And I've got one friend that keeps encouraging me to do it, but I don't know own enough of them to. You really need to have a decent collection to write one of these books. Otherwise, you're spending all your time running around finding people that have got them themselves, taking pictures and stuff. But there's chapters, obviously, on Weiss, Albert Weiss, and other books. But I think somebody could make a fortune if they wrote a book dedicated to that designer right there. Okay, that's my 2 cents worth. Take it or leave it. There we go. This is a sweet pen here. It's simple, delicate, but it is one of, to be unsigned, it is one of the best made, very substantial. I am shocked that it's not. I'm shocked. I keep thinking I'm going to look on the back and see a name, the name Art, A-R-T. Are y'all familiar with Arthur Pepper? I collect Arthur Pepper. And it looks like one, but as far as I know, he marked everything. But this is a well made brooch. Nice size, not too big, not too little. Let me bring it to the stage. So it is unmarked, but when I tell you it's well made, I'm serious. You know how sometimes brooches can be, the metal can be inferior, and you get it and it's a lot lighter than you thought it was going to be, and that's kind of a disappointment. But you'd not be disappointed with this piece. Anybody interested in this one? There we go. Curry. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right. All right. We're going to let Curry take that one home. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, friend. Thank you. Thank you. All right. There's one last one up here that is one of the oddest brooches I believe I've ever seen. And I'll tell you what I think about the construction in just a minute. I don't own any Chloe jewelry. That's your first. Well, welcome to the club. You can tell I like it. All right, let's look at this closer. You can see it is, in fact, it is check. It is check glass. I do know that much. Oh, it is check glass, but look at the prongs. It's old. Let me take this. Hang on just a second. Let me take my tag off of it. All right, let's look at the back. Is that not the oddest construction? And in my opinion, if you were to look, see the soldering is pretty obvious between the pieces and the clasp. I think that this was either artisan made or it was something else like parts of a necklace, because these are old. Okay, they're old. uh was remade, maybe broke and remade into a pendant. Now the clasp structure is, I'd say it could date back to 1910, 1920, when the first safety clasp that came out. But when I tested the metal, it wanted to hold at 10 carat, when I tested it with 9-carat acid, it did hold up until just so long, and then it began to fade. And because of that, I think that this could be what they call rolled gold, which was there's a base metal underneath, and then it was literally covered with gold. That rolled gold preceded what we call field gold or gold plated. So if that is the metal, then uh, this piece could be an old necklace from Georgian period. I'm telling you, I don't know exactly the provenance, and the person that sold it to me didn't really know that I remember. I hope I'm right about that, but I didn't have any information written down, and I've got it at $30 because this is old Czech glass, and I'm greatly intrigued with the age of the piece, and it's unusual. How many have you ever seen a brooch made of just three round, faceted stones like that? It's very unusual. All right. Anybody? It looks like it might have been a clip-on earring and a ring set. Now a brooch. Well, Maria, I wonder. Yeah, it could have been clip-on earrings, but look at that strange. I mean, whoever constructed it, these look original, don't they? See, the soldering looks different, except it's only where they're soldered together and where the clasp has been put on that you can tell that, no, that one's been, maybe it's been repaired. This is interesting to me. All right, I'll run that twice again. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right, has this ended? All right, well, I will continue to study this, and y'all give me a sec, put my tag back on. If I don't do that, then I lose track of what's what with it. Okay, I've had a request to run this again. All right, let's see if I can find the right one. That is the Weiss brooch, and it's running. Start auction. It's running. Okay. There we go, Annette. Thank you. Oh, bless. Oh, I want to say goodbye. I'm going to have to say goodbye. Well, I'm glad you're going to a good home. You had to sit on your hands for that one, too, Sandy. Bless your heart. I've been there. I set a budget for myself, but I like to go in everybody's show and support them. And if I see something I just can't live without, I'll splurge. But I know what it's like to have to sit on your fingers, on your hands. All right, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, we can put this away, and we've still got some more goodies. We haven't even gotten to our bowl yet. Y'all hanging with me. Let's see what I've got down here is next. Okay, let's put that over there and bring this out. Cut off the light. Action. Action camera. Camera action. I wonder if that's got uranium in it. Y'all think? This is Czech glass. This was a gift to me from my dealer over in the UK. She stuck it in. She actually knew I was collecting pieces for this show. So she said, I've got something to, it's the one who sent me these, all this Czech glass back here that's green. this was stuck in the package with it. Now, let me tell you, it's missing its dauber. That's the first thing you want to look for in these antique bottles. And I say antique, but it probably is Art Deco. See the design? Let me turn the light on. Oops. See that? It's probably from the Art Deco period. It's not signed. Now, this she would have gotten this over there in England and Europe, and it says foreign, so it's been stamped. She said she was sure that it was Czech, that they would do a stamp like that when they imported it into England. So let's run. I've just got $10 on it because it was just a gift. I haven't got anything in it, but it's. I sell y'all know I've got a perfume collection, perfume bottle collection, and I have paid 25, 30, 35 for bottles like this coming and going. So $10. There you go, Sandy. Yay. Uh, $10 is a very good price. And you can still use these today. Pour in your favorite perfume or cologne. There we go. She's won it. Yay! Y'all give her a hand clap. Yay! She's got something from the show. Yay! Oh, bless your heart. All right. Okay. The next thing is another one of these mysteries. And and sorry about my bust. I hate showing stuff that's gonna bug me. That's dirty. Sorry. Anyway, let's look at the jewelry. Um, let's get it up close. It's an exquisite piece. It is uh, ceramic. That's in the Fragonard French painter design from the Romantic period. It is now the brooch itself is more of the Victorian style. It's in the Victorian style. Let me pull it to stage so we can see what I'm saying. And look at what I'm doing here. This is a transfer. The way this was made, it is transfer wear. That it's not hand painted, okay, but it's in that Limoges style. It's not Limoges. It is not marked on the back Limoges. These are faux pearl seed pearls, and this is glass. That turquoise color is a glass. See the glint on it up in there. But that is mimicking turquoise, probably Turkish turquoise, which during the Victorian period was a very, very popular stone that was used. And then all of that gold filigree. The tassel is very Victorian, and it's got two matching earrings. And these are clip-ons. So this is a vintage set. This is not Victorian, okay? But uh, it was sold to me. They thought it was a Juliana. They didn't have a number, and I knew that the Juliana had some pieces similar, and I bought it. Taking a chance, but I've researched it now, and whereas Juliana does have some I'm calling it a cameo, but that's not what this is. But Juliana's got one that's similar, but I could not find the exact one. But I did find an Arthur Pepper that is almost identical. If not, I think I did find one identical. But they didn't identify as Arthur Pepper. There was one very similar that was. Well, I got to looking at the construction of this and the feel of it, and I'm not convinced that it's not like, a reproduction or something, or a revival piece. And I hate to even put it up for sale saying all of that, because you can see what I'm asking for. It's because I paid a good bit more thinking it was Juliana. Well, lesson to be learned. I cannot verify. Now, if this doesn't sell, the next thing I'm going to do that I didn't do is I'm going to put it on the Facebook site, Is It Juliana, which is run by Ann Pittman, who is a friend of mine. And she'll identify it real quick for me. I didn't have time to do it before the show. Bad. My bad. My bad. But Ann Pittman, by the way, has just republished her famous Juliana book. You can still uh, buy them. They're. In fact, my copy's sitting in the kitchen right now. I haven't opened the package, but they're almost $100. The book, but her book was so famous it went out of print for years, and on eBay they were selling used copies for $300 and $400. Can you believe that? And she had two other volumes that she put out that had a little bit of Juliana in it, but that very first one was totally on Juliana. It's by Ann Pittman. And Ann right now is uh, dealing with all of this flooding business, bless her heart, and she has to go to Starbucks to even get Wi-Fi. And here she is trying to mail out all these books that people have pre-ordered. I'm telling you all of that because it is one of the best resource books for Juliana. Ann Pittman, Pittman. And you can find that Facebook site, Is It Juliana? No, wait a minute. Well, excuse me, isitjuliana.com is the database online where you can go and laboriously search, and you'll find a database number that people use to verify this is of Juliana. Um, and she was responsible for putting that. I think she put that database together. But the Facebook group, maybe the Juliana book, something like that. Just do a search for Ann Pittman and Juliana together and join that group. And there you'll find directions about how you have to order the book from her. It's not for sale on Amazon. And like I said, it's about close to $100. But anyway, I'm going to start this auction. If someone else really, really likes it, wants to pursue to find out, is it a Juliana, uh, or is it an Arthur Pepper, or um, yeah, or somebody else. Let me show you the back of the brooch. If you could feel it, I've got Hobeys. I've got Hobeys that uses this scroll work, and I was suspicious it was a Hobey, but Hobey signs his stuff. His stuff is signed. But I'm just telling you, it's a little lightweight. It just is bothering me. So I'm going to put it out there. If you want to buy it and take a chance, if not, um, I will totally understand if y'all pass this up. Sandy got to go. Thank you for being in here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Bye. Have a wonderful week and hope to see you again soon. Bye. Lizzie Kimbo, welcome in. I don't think I've seen your name before. Welcome to Pat Rat Queens at Lilyworks Jewels and Lots. And there's Steelbird. Welcome in. Welcome in. We're supposed to be glow in the dark, and we have been. There we go. And this was one of the reasons why I bought it too, is that it does glow. Look at that. I don't know if it's just the white and that ceramic that's making it glow, but that's kind of special. And those seed pearls are wanting to glow. All right, let me turn the light back on. All right, this is ended. Well, I don't blame y'all for putting down $75. And if this turns out to be a reproduction of anybody, it is still a pretty set, but I'll have to price it accordingly. And how many of you have done just what I did, paid up for something because you thought it was something, the person selling it was thought it was something, and but I was the one that made the choice to buy it. And but it may turn out to be, when I show it to Ann, if she comes back and says that, yeah, that's a Juliana, I'll bring it back in one of my shows and tell y'all about it. Okay, is that a deal? All right, and then the price of it's going to double. Oh, goodness gracious. Okay, I think we're now ready to get into this. We are. Let's turn the light out. Where's my light? Oh, I can't find my light thing now. There it is. Couldn't find my UV light. Woohoo! Look at that. Steelbird, look at that. Look at all of this over here. We've already looked at all this gorgeous stuff. That's check glass right there. Isn't that gorgeous uranium check glass? Okay, let's dive into and Steelberg. Look at that bijou Christmas tree back there, all aglow. Okay, all right. Let's get into this. And I think I pulled up. It, yes, it's this one right here, and it's gold tone expanding metal. You know, it's not. It's like stretch, but it's one of those well-made expanding, like a watch band. Prong set stones. It's got Hong Kong on it. This is well made. And look at the uranium. Now, I told you that the Asians got into making glass, and I doubt seriously that they imported Czech glass. This has got to be uh, Asian made crystals. And I'm going to run the auction on that. This is one beautiful bracelet. And if anybody, walks into the party and they've got a black light, or if you want to be the talk of the party and you've got one of these little pocket ones that I sell, you pull that up. Hey, everybody, look at my bling. Right? Anybody interested? It does glow, doesn't it? It's amazing. All right, that has ended. Now, this is a vintage piece. It is. Uh, it's well worth that and more just because of its age, and it's in very, very good condition. And these stones are, look at that. This is not a cheaply made bracelet. See that? Okay. Enough. All right. The next thing was going from the sublime to the fun and funky. Boom. Boom. If you had a car accident and had to, or flat tire, and had to stop somebody and had these on, you could, like glow sticks. All right, let's start the auction for $2. If nothing else, for wearing them for Halloween, or give these to your kids to wear. There's a pink one and an orange one, and they are glowers. These are glowers for $2. They're acrylic, and they are vintage. Back when, ow, sorry, when we used to wear, stacked up bangles, and I have stacked these with some of my Bakelite, and you wouldn't know they weren't Bakelite, but they're not. Okay, that's ended. All right, the next thing in this bowl is this right here. Now, this doesn't have a huge glow to it. It's kind of a limey green. It reminds me of how amber reacts to light, but it's obviously not amber. These are check stones. Beautiful aqua color. Is that not gorgeous? And this is an elephant. Isn't it the sweetest little elephant? Are y'all awake? Are y'all awake? Okay, there's 12 people in this room. It's not an elephant. Well, I was just checking to see if y'all were paying attention. It is well, I'm not even sure if it's a butterfly. It may be a moth. It's a big honker of a bug. And that, look at that. All right, the back. Now, talking about how stuff is made, that piece that you bought, Curry, when I said, well made stuff, I would say this looks like a, yeah, I wouldn't compare the two pieces, but this has got some age to it. Look at the clasp. That's one of the old safety clasps. Let's look at the hinge. That's an old hinge right there. That's an old hinge. So this thing's got some age to it. I'd venture to say this could go back to Art Nouveau, maybe. Okay, and they were known to use pot metals and to coat it with um, stuff, to make it look gold, or the rhodium to make it look silver. I've tested this. Don't get anything off of it. Let me start the auction, but it is an old piece, and because of the subject matter and the way it's designed, it could easily be Art Nouveau, which would be turn the century to, about 1910 or so. I can't guarantee that, but it just looking at the construction and the design, it's a nice piece. Maria likes it. And isn't it a gorgeous color? Oh my gosh. That's my birthstone, aquamarine. Now, these are glass. Those aren't aquamarine. You understood that, Maria, right? Yeah, because it says oval glass stones. Yeah, okay. Man, if those were aquamarines, this little baby would be a wee bit more expensive. Thank you. Congratulations. Thank you. Thank you for bidding on that. All right, the next one, digging in my bowl here. Let's see what it looks like. Is kind of a sort of like a Maltese cross. That design is used. I don't know why jewelers like that design so much, but they do. And those are glass stones. And of course, the white is picking up on the light. Um, but this again, too, has got that same beaded scroll work that we see on Hobey and on Weiss. It's not marked, um, but there's these tiny little rhinestones and even smaller in here. It's very intricate. And when it's not in the black light, it's a gorgeous monochromatic color scheme, different shades and tones of red. And then looking on the back, you can see what the back end looks like. I said it was an antique silver tone. And let's look at sorry, there's the safety clasp and there's the hinge. I'd say it's vintage, but I wouldn't say that it was as old, obviously, as that butterfly we were just looking at. Let's start. I've only got $12 on it, but it's a spectacular classic shape. And I think the stones are for cabs, they're cabs. All these are bezel set, but I just think the detail in this thing is really special. All right, Granny Vintage said she likes it. It's hard to find red stones, glass stones that are, I don't, you just don't see them that often, I think. I don't. All right. Thank you. And I'm so glad you got it. Yay. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. All right. The next one has got a pre bid. Oh, goodness. I hope the person is still in here. the pre-bid on it, and it's this piece right here. Another interesting piece. Let's look at it under the black light first. If I can. Those pink stones are fluorescent, and those are pearls, I think, that are turning faux pearls that are glowing sort of a green color. That center stone doesn't have much color to it, but it's the pink ones that have got probably some cadmium in it. But when you look at it up close, it is so intricate. Now, yeah, those are little faux pearls that were showing up kind of green. And get a close look at the design, the filigree. I would say that this was, well, let's look at the back. And let me take again, excuse me, I don't take these off beforehand because if I get them separated and then I'm discombobulated about what inventory number they are. Okay, let's look at the back carefully. This metal, it reminds me a little bit of the butterfly. Do you see that? And we're thinking that is from the Art Nouveau period. This doesn't look like Art Nouveau. This looks like more Edwardian. Somebody chime in. Edwardian, or what they call the Belle Epoque, which was the French Art Nouveau that was very feminine and delicate. But I can't. This doesn't test, as rolled gold or 9 karat gold. Of course, they used brass during that time period. What's throwing me is yeah, that is an old hinge. I was going to say I thought it was a newer hinge, but they tell you don't be definitive in dating something by the hinges or class construction because many, many times these antique pieces will have been repaired and a newer class system, pin system will have been put on and that'll throw you. All right, let's run the auction. I've only got $18 and there's a pre-bid on this one. Granny Vintage has got a pre-bid on this one. But look again, see that fold? That glass stone it's a rhinestone because it's foiled. That foiled stone lets a hint to its age too, because that was an early technique, even back in the Victorian period, to get the glass to really shine like that. Well, Granny Vintage, you taking that one home too, and I hope that you've seen it well enough to know what to expect when you get it. Don't it does feel a little lightweight, but it's yeah, I wouldn't be put off by that. But it's got all the hallmarks of being antique. All right, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, let's see what else I got in my bowl. All right, this next piece is kind of a strange piece, and because it's not a pendant. Let's look at it first under the light. Look at there. Now, those are faux pearls. So I guess the white is but it looks uranium, doesn't it? I mean, it's got green, it's not just white. But this is, what would you say this is? Would you say that's a bolo slide? I mean, it's not obviously big enough to be for a scarf or anything. Uh, Now you could put you could put this on a torque, run a torque through it, and that would be gorgeous. Sitting up like like a choker. See those little seed pearls in there, and then there's some rhinestones. Otherwise, it's got rhinestones is the direct way. I'm going to run it. I've just got $10 on this because, and it's signed something, but I cannot read it. I've tried. It's got a little glue. I think it's sticker residue, and I didn't take the time to clean that off. So, Granny's Vintage, investigate that a little further and see if you can find out what this is by running that name down. But it feels substantial. I just don't. I don't even think it's big enough to be a bolo tie. I think it would go on a torque. Well, we're gonna let Granny's Vintage figure it out. She just won that fun piece. Okay, let's see. Let's see what's next. The next thing is, sorry, need to take a good drink. The next one is just a fun thing. Fun in that it's inexpensive. Again, it could be, you see the glow? Look at there, it's glowing. I haven't even put a black light on it. How about that? It's got one bead in it that's a glower. There's nothing else glowing. God, look at that. I just turned the black light off and it's still glowing. Woo. Do, 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 do. Y'all, there's not a black light on that thing. Sorry, I'm freaking out. I am freaking out. Oh man, I've got cold chills. Look at that. There's not a black light on that thing. Where's. Let's look at it. What a strange little bracelet you are. These are acrylic. They're all acrylic. Now look at that one that's imitating like a little Italian wedding bead or glass bead or something. These are all acrylic. Look at that. That's fun. There's another decorated one. This would be a cute little summer. Now look at what it looks like in the natural light. There's blue in there, and is that moving around? Those white things moving around? This bead is freaking me out. Let's do it again. Look at that. What's making that glow, y'all? Okay, start the auction. Who wants this conversation piece right here? Who would like to have this stretchy bracelet that is a conversation piece? Maybe when I put this on it, it got charged or something. It really glows up when I put the black light on it. Look at that. Look at the reflection on my finger. Y'all gonna let Granny's Vintage take this? Hey, hey, Mel. Hey. Y'all gonna let Granny Vintage. Granny Vintage is gonna take this and she's gonna freak out. This is gonna be a conversation piece. You should wear that and get in the dark. Say, check out the bead on this necklace. I am that is the strangest thing I have ever seen. Just before I let this go, let me take a snapshot. That this thing was doing that. Okay. I'm proud that you won that. Your grandkids will love it. Yes, I agree. I'm sure they will. Okay, what have I got next? All right, the next thing is uh, going to a little different necklace. Now I got to put the black light on it to find it. There it is right there. Okay, look at this. Now that's how it's glowing. But when I turn the real light on, let's look at it closely. And let me go ahead and pull it to stage. Where'd it go? Oh, I've already pulled it to stage. Oh, wait a minute. Yes, I've already pulled it to stage. Duh. Okay, this is an Arthur Pepper, an art. It's signed Art right there. It's a fold over clasp. This is vintage. And but what is so I think spectacular about it is these panels that are connected have this wonderful like a honeybee honeycomb shape, and it's got clusters of seed faux seed beads, excuse me, seed pearls, and then these cabs of different that it feels like glass. They're different colors. Okay, and it is a size 7.5. So it's got a good size to it. Let's start the auction. And it is the price that it is because Arthur Pepper is collectible. There's still room on this. This you might could get up to 60 or 65. Uh, Put it on different platforms. You could get more than that. Arthur Pepper is collectible. And this is a very well constructed piece, probably from I'd say the 60s. Very delicate, colorful. Okay. All right, that's ended. Put that there. All right, the next piece, y'all hanging with me? The next piece, we're going to look at a ring. All right, let's slip down in our jar here, in our bowl. And the next piece is another headlight. Stop you in your tracks. Isn't that gorgeous? All right, this is butterscotch amber. That is amber, a particular type of amber called butterscotch. Isn't that the most beautiful color? It's not solid, it's got little swirls and all in it. And it is a size 7.5. This is sterling. And while I'm talking about it, I'll go ahead and start the auction on it. This is a statement ring for sure. Let's see, size 7.5. Yeah, it fits my my index finger. Isn't that gorgeous? That is really a pretty sit up and take notice, all sterling. And unusual stone, it'd be another conversation piece if you were to have it. Not everybody's used to seeing butterscotch amber. People understand amber, regular amber. This is butterscotch amber, and that has ended. All right. All right, let's take that one off. And I have another one that's actually a little bit bigger. So it's a wee bit more. It's a size 7. Doesn't quite fit all the way, but it's just and actually it can be adjusted, but some adjustable rings, but this one is well made. This is all sterling 925, and it's sitting right now at a 7, but you can see how you could pull it out and make it a little bigger. That is a honker of a ring. Yeah, Desiree said she likes it. It's pretty, in it? And for the butterscotch, it's really got some nice marbling in there. I wonder, I need to read up on, because I don't know. I know it's amber, but what makes it butterscotch? Does anybody know? What gives it what has gotten into that tree sap that is fossilized, that turns it that beautiful color? Isn't that gorgeous? Okay, that is ended, and that's coming to you, Desiree. Thank you, sweetheart. Thank you, thank you. All right, well, look, you bought that. Take a look at. Hang on. Take a look at the bracelet that matches. And actually, it would match either one. But look at see amber. See that kind of green glow that we're familiar with. That amber will fluoresce. So there it is. And this is all set in sterling. Let me move this to stage. It's all set in like book link panels. It's got a hidden box clasp there, and every one of these is a piece of butterscotch amber. You start, and it's kind of pricey, but sterling, and that many pieces of butterscotch amber. Um, there it is with the ring. Isn't that gorgeous? And it would go. Where's the other one? It would go with this one really well too. Isn't it? Isn't it beautiful? Okay, that has ended. I know it's pricey, but that such is the nature of that stone. All right, the next one is turn the light out. Turn the light out to look at this one. Look at that. Look at that. Somebody sold one of these the other day when we did our Around the World in 60 minutes, and these are so sweet. Now these are from Honduras. I know that because a missionary friend of mine uh, brought it back from Honduras as a little gift to me. And it's just got a little safety pin on the back. It's just a little pin, but let's look at it in the natural light. They're got the sweetest little faces on it. Let me start the auction. And it's just $1. It's just $1. But the costume is from the fabrics that they use down there. So this is hand woven in Honduras. It's a sweet little uh, piece. You can wear it, and I would say if it comes unglued, just glue it back. Curry's liking it. Yeah, you can just glue that back, or even put a better clasp on it. Be easy to do. But what I like about it is the fabric was woven and all down there. That's their authentic. Okay, and Curry has won that. Thank you, thank you. You'll have fun with that. All right, let's see. All right, this is a piece that I ran out of order. So let's see if I can find it and bring it back. All right, this piece is signed Karu Arc. You see that down there? Karu Arc. Um, it's an amazingly people are paying big money for this stuff. Let's look at it in the black light. It look boom, boom. All right. It's described as leaf enameling, so that's enameling, and it's got uh, um, what do you call it if it's not uranium? What fluorescent? Some sort of fluorescent something or another in the enameling. But it's a wonderful example of analogous colors, that blue and red next to each other, kind of a orange red and a yellow blue. But it's a nice color combination. You remember, I've got a necklace that would go with that beautifully, but it is a hinged with a safety Everything's in good working order. The name on it is right in here. I can't blow it up to show it to you, but it's right there. And if you were to Google that name and look at what these what that designer's jewelry is selling for, oh my gosh! I've got $28 on this, and I think I was seeing close to 100 uh, averaging. I mean, several that were running at a really high price, and anything with that name was running good. Okay, we're going to start the auction on it. So this has got a lot of room to resell. It's in great condition and it is different, isn't it? Look at how it's not the same. It's the width. See how the width changes at the hinge and at the where it closes. All right, anybody interested in that? Just a designer piece. Okay, that's ended. All right, let's see what else we got here. All right, the last piece thing of jewelry I think that I've got, and then I've got a couple of some of this glass I'm going to show y'all, is this right here, which is a lot. And I'm saying for children. Let's look at it in the under the light. These are all faux pearls, and you know pearls will fluoresce white under a black light. And I just put this. This is one long one, and this one right here actually came to me from England with these little black satin ribbons on. I think that's where I got that. I may be wrong about where that came from, but then there's this plastic beaded thing here that what's fluorescent is that orange thread. See the thread in there is fluorescent. But I'm thinking for as a children's lot for $6 to get all of it. Every bit of this, you'd have one long piece, these that are graduated, this double strand. It's got these cute little bows on it, and then these red plastic, which is double strand. I got it doubled up. So anybody interested in a children's lot and dressing up for Halloween, if they were to get all dressed up, they could glow in the dark with their white beads, white pearls. Okay, all right, that's ended. Okay, all right, the last thing we're going to do is I've got this piece of Viking glass that is what they call the handkerchief pattern. And I can't get far enough away, but you can see it's glowing. It's got a glow. Isn't that gorgeous? Look at that. And what I'm not a glass person. Some of you may be glass collectors and know a lot, I'm sure, know a whole lot more about all of this and the fact that this is Viking and it has got, what was that? Sorry, hang on just a second. My sticker came off of it. It's got the Viking, that says Viking on it, still got the label on it. But this handkerchief, folded handkerchief design apparently is quite desirable. And that's a good price from what the comps and all that I did. Anybody interested in a piece of vintage Viking glass that does glow? Have I got any glass collectors in here? I know this is a jewelry platform, but I had my jewelry in all of this, so I just thought I'd sell some of my stage items as I got through. Anybody collect glass in here? Yes, no? Anybody? I have two of those. Oh, okay. Yes. Oh, did you get those from Rachel? The little, the Honduras couple. All right. No, no, yes, no. Yeah, no. You have no glass, but yes, you bought two Honduras pen or two of those South American, not South American, Central American, which is dun, 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 drum roll, part of the North American continent. Oh God, we're just milking that. Most of y'all don't know what we're talking about, and I'm not going to go into it. It's too long a story, but just know Central America is part of the North American continent, as well as 23 countries. Believe it or not. No glass, yes. Too many people from North America. They were from the North American continent. See, when I hear North America, I'm still thinking United States. We are so egocentric here. Okay, this is ended, and I'm just yakking on, yakking on. Okay, I've got this one last piece that, y'all, this would be great for Christmas time. Do anybody that collects this kind of glass, do you actually use it? I do. I mean, if you're just putting it up in your cabinet, of course, you got little kids, you have to do that, I guess, but, or husbands that are accident prone. But I do like to use it, and these are great for Christmas, especially putting Christmas cookies or candy. Okay, let's move that stage, start the auction. And this one is a few dollars less than the the famous handkerchief one. And it I don't think glows as spectacular. Well, it does. It's actually the same pattern as that other piece. So both of these are made by Viking. Ooh, ooh, look at that. That must be reflecting from that necklace down in there. Okay, that's ended. Thank goodness I don't have to mail them. I was sweating that. But the one I'm sweating the most, if somebody does buy it, is this thing right here that is probably the most expensive piece of art glass that I have in my collection. And as an artist, I've never done glass. I've never done glass except pulling those cones to make those mini mosaic jewelry pieces. But people that blow glass, I just think are absolutely amazing to work around that such hot, dangerous environment. I don't see how they keep from burning themselves. I mean, there's a lot of crafts that are dangerous, dealing with glass, like even cutting stained glass. You have to be careful. But anyway, I admire art glass. And this is a Russian designer. Let me pull it up. This is a Russian designer, and I thought that was kind of interesting. His name is Zaria. I don't know how you pronounce it, but his mark is right there, stamped into the hot glass. And look at that's not wax or residue. That is the pommel where he was blowing it, and it was cut. It left he probably does that. That may be like a type of signature that he leaves his pommel exposed like that. But that's all glass, okay? But it does have a bit of glow in the dark. And y'all look, finally, it's getting dark outside. I'm finally in the dark. Okay, let's look at this. Now that's the check glass shining back there. But this is when he chose his glass, and how in the world, just on the edge, it's fluorescent. I have no idea. See that entire lip. And then down here in this kind of vine like design in the body of the vase, can you see? Can you see that? So there's cadmium. It would be cadmium versus uranium that is glowing in this thing, but it's very selective. But it follows the. I don't know. This piece is just to me absolutely astounding as far as the construction. I've got $115 on it because it's signed. You can take a screenshot of it. It's Russian. It's 16 inches high. And those of you that like those slung vases that everybody collects, well, this is the epitome of that slung. See that right there? See the similarity? Same technique probably was made. Anyway, this is ended. I know that's a lot of money, but I hope you enjoyed looking at it. Well, uh, good folk, we have covered everything. Sold some pieces. Thank everybody that bid. Let me find myself in the mirror and talk to you. Thank everybody for coming tonight, and appreciate it deeply. And it has gotten dark while we've been together. Um, and I don't know what I'm doing next is a pop up. I've got to. I won't sit. I've got need to do some organizing in my collection, but just watch for me to do another pop up. And of course, I've got my collections chat next Friday, and we're going to be looking at balance, the principle of balance. Y'all gonna enjoy studying visual balance. It's interesting, and it'll make you look at your um, jewelry in a whole different way. All right, I love everybody. Thank you for coming tonight. Everybody that bought, everybody that bid, thank you so much. And let's see. Let me just make sure. No glass. Yes. Okay. Sorry. No. Okay. Curry was the last one making any comments. If I missed anything, just send me a message. And don't forget, in my buy it now, anything that's there, jewelry or any of this from past shows, I will consider offers. So don't be bashful about sending me an offer. Love you. See you the next time. Oh, we're gonna raid Rachel. Let's go raid Rachel. She's live. Yay.